Hello people of Gensokyo, this is Sabin playing Touhou Lost Branch of Legends, and today we're finishing off the Mountain of Faith trio with Sanae. Sanae is a character whose spell cards tend to are a bit weirder than most. As you can see, both of them have reduced costs. This is 50 and this is 60, but this one works kind of like Sakuya's The World. Basically has 120 max power, but and yeah, technically 240. The idea is you can stack 4 spell cards on each side, with this one being 240p and this one being obviously 200, and you can use your spell card several times a turn. So yeah, the idea is the spell cards are a bit weaker, but they're a lot more accessible and spammy. And in fact, the B set, one of her themes, not the main one, but one of her themes, is spellcard spamming with certain abilities that both improve or do extra stuff whenever you play your spellcard. On the other hand, we have the Ward and Amulet set. As you can see here, this spellcard is 12 AoE damage, and you gain 1 ward and 1 amulet. The idea for this Sanae is, for this it's probably best if I show you a collection real quick. So yeah, Sanae has this custom status. The Moria Talisman is a token that's generated by several of Sanae's cards. And the idea is, if you have a ward, which is, the A set's main gimmick, when you're about to gain a status into your deck, it gets exiled instead. And these talismans, when they get exiled, you gain block and barrier. And they also scale off of spirit. So basically, Ward Sanae tries to gain huge amounts of ward and then use either cards that add Moria talismans to her deck in order to gain big defenses, or cards that are powerful but have strong drawbacks when it comes to your deck. Like, for example, there's a triple white card here. Where is it? Triple or double, I can't really remember. It's one of the rares. Ah, here. So Sunburner Ritual turns 2 white mana into 2 Philosopher's mana and gives you 3 firepower. And when upgraded, it actually gives you more mana and more firepower than it costs. However, it adds 5 sunlights to the draw pile. This is absolutely huge. Think about it. Sunny, one of the 3 fairies of light, adds 3 with her spell card. This is 5, so it's huge. But if you have 5 ward, you're actually just adding none of them. Yeah, that's the idea for that archetype. And on top of that, the talismans also work with auto exile, which is a keyword that's in vanilla but isn't really used much. From what I remember, Sakuya's red card, yeah, which Silver Knife uses it, gives your knives auto exile. But yeah, the idea is for Sanae here, she has an archetype that's based around auto exile and having a full hand at all times. The talismans also have replenish, so you're not just getting stuck with the draw. These are like inconsequential. If you add these to your deck, they are not negative because you're going to replenish, and if you draw too much, they're not hand clogging you because auto exile. And yeah, the idea is you tend to try to fill your deck with these and either exile them immediately thanks to ward, or exile them by drawing a lot thanks to the auto exile. And that's mostly her main gimmick. So yeah, for the starting deck, we have the usual with Duplex Basher, dealing 11 damage, which is obviously not good for starting common. But you may add a Glare to your hand, and if you do, you deal 18 into hits, which is actually better than many of the other start cards. And on the other hand, we have Reckless Exterminator. For blue and blue or green, you deal 8 damage twice, and once per combat, if you defeat an enemy with this, you actually gain 4 power. So this kind of ties into the whole the spell card spamming mechanic, she does have a lot of power generation. So yeah, she's a pretty bizarre character in how she works, because a lot of her strategies tend to going unorthodox ways. But yeah, she can have like very, very explosive turns with the spell card archetype and the auto exile archetype, while she's a very powerful defensive long-turn character with ward. I've had builds on ward where I've actually survived like Doremi for 20 turns or something and eventually ended up killing her. Obviously it's not a common thing, but yeah, the idea was I had basically a ton of things that put talismans into my deck automatically end of turn, and my damage was an ability that dealt damage randomly when a status got exiled, and I had a ton of ward generation in the deck, so the only thing I actually had to do was generate ward, and the defense and the offense came automatically. But since she got to the summon phase and the damage was random, half the damage was getting spread around the invulnerable summons. But yeah, I actually managed to survive that long. And the idea is the talismans do scale with spirit, and they give both block and barrier. So Sanae scales insanely well with spirit, like barely any spirit at all is actually already massive on her. I've taken Gather Faith, which I barely ever do on any other character. With Sanae I'm being extremely happy. However, today I'm going to go for some auto exile or spellcard spamming things, because spellcard spamming is not something we get to do very often. For reference, the exhibits I forgot. For the white one, you gain 2 ward at the start of each combat. For the blue one, whenever you activate your spellcard, you also gain 10 block. And as you can see here, the random Mikuji Barrage is her spellcard for blue. It is 20 damage and 2 random mana with accurate. So yeah, that's about it for the explanation. And we're going like same as usual. Lunatic 7 gameplay. Unknown Fate, no seed. And showing off how Sanae works. Okay, so we do have a shop here, so we could just get the money and go shop. However, one thing about Sanae is that the issue has gotten much better over time, but she still has a lot of her power in rare cards. The rare cards are a bit too good in comparison to the usual cards she has access to. It's barely a problem anymore, but it is still like slightly a thing. So I tend to like adding a random rare to my library here. There is one particular rare which might actually make me restart, but you know, we'll worry about that if I get it. Okay, Shapeshift Academy. Not super happy. It is a neutral rare, not one of Sanae's, so what I mentioned doesn't apply. Oh, that is one thing I forgot to mention too, like, since she's tricolor, you actually have access to 3 neutral pools, which does mean, you know, transformations, random cards, stuff like that is a bit worse sometimes, but we'll do with this. It's not that bad. Okay, so that does mean I do not want to go to an elite. And honestly, I'm not super happy with 3 combats either, I think. I want to just upgrade Shapeshift as soon as possible, so I can probably pick like B and Max Life or any option plus Grace. Yeah, let's go ahead and just... This kind of forces us into Gap, but it's only 2 combats. Okay, we get to actually almost kill this one here. One thing you have to be careful about sometimes, by the way, since your cards, like you start with no cards in the deck that use white, So at the start this is kinda colorless, so you have to be a bit careful about how you use your mana and stuff. Wouldn't want to tap incorrectly and end up being unable to use your cards. Kinda rough. I think this is 8 damage, so what I can do here is just pop one of the Grace and Reckless Exterminator to finish this off. We're still taking 7 damage, but this was the least damage we could take, and it does get rid of the throw at least. Max life here would be pretty nice since we're not getting attacked. And there we go. Nice. And at this point, we just have one crow to deal with, which, you know, we could still get screwed by bad draws, but unlikely. We'll take that much more damage at this point. We're taking 2 here though. And 7 HP crow. We're guaranteed to block next turn, and honestly likely to kill. Not likely enough, apparently. Yeah, this is full block. Next turn we should kill. There we go. I do like waves this early on. Wind's Blessing is also pretty good. One Grace, 1 Amulet. Raincatcher is, you know, mediocre, but it does have Replenish, which means that it's never really bad. This is basically like bread and butter common for defensive common for the Auto Exile archetype thanks to the Replenish. However, the early AoE does look pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I'm just going to pick up Waves here. I'd actually upgrade this instead of the Shapeshift Academy, honestly. But we'll see once I get here. Oh, I could just go for double upgrade. As I mentioned, transforms are a bit worse since we have 3 neutral pools. In case you don't understand why that's bad, by the way, since we have 3 neutral pools, but the amount of cards on Sanae's normal card pool is basically the same. We do have access to powerful cards, like we have access to the green, white, and blue card that draws you basically a new hand for free. But you also have 3 neutral pools, it's like 200 cards total, and 70 of those are Sanae's instead of like 150 and 70 of those are Sanae's. Approximately, I don't actually know the hard numbers. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the upgrade here. Take Shapeshift, I doubt I'll need waves immediately on 1-1 combat. Like, it could be good, but come on, it's 3 Kadamas. What's the worst that could happen? In fact, does this just kill? And I would take like 7 damage. And I'm gonna take 5, or no, it's 3 anyway. It's only 4 damage to make sure I kill everything. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 7 damage, but you know, kinda worth it. Okay, another of Sanae's builds, now that I see this card, is also, what do you call it, skill focused. Basically, you pick up as many skills as you can, and there's a lot of cards that interact positively with skills. So this is basically, for 1 blue, you gain 1 blue back, so kinda like on Thing Ice. But the base effect does not draw your card. You look at 3 cards, choose one of them, and put it in top of your draw pile, and if it is a skill, you do draw a card. Yeah, this is basically a skill focused. It's better than on Thing Ice if you do get a skill. It's worse if not. You draw a card regardless on upgrade, kind of like similar to that. So yeah, it's basically skill focused on Thing Ice. We're not really gonna pick up anything here though, I think. Don't really like Panoramic Shot early, and Sanae tends to have more than enough block cards on her own anyway, so yeah. And as I mentioned, I am going to go ahead and create waves here. As for our boss... So the one thing I did want to do is Sanae has Kaneko and Suwoko as teammates, who respectively need red and black on the mana base. And she also has a tricolor card that is like, I think it was green, red and black. It's basically, she basically needs both off colors. So one thing I did want to do is pick up red and the white exhibit if I can. And Marisa does have both of them, so, you know, this kind of guarantees us that we'll have one of the options here. If we end up getting the mini hacker though, I really would prefer like blank card or any of the like bottle soul stuff like that. The mini hacker is not really ideal, but yeah. Do we fight an elite here? We do have waves upgraded, so 31st should be good. Ring is probably the hardest one, and yeah, the waves are also good against Aya. We do have like 2 spell cards though, so Aya should be pretty easy, and we can one-shot one of the fairies very likely on turn 1. And we don't have that much money, so yeah, I do think this is our best path. I can decide at the gap anyway. Worst case, I'll just avoid the elite. So this is just... Yeah, shapeshift isn't bad, but it is pretty bad drawing it turn 1 like this. Let's go ahead and kill this one first if we can. Ideally, we'll just full block on the turn this one splits, I guess. So none of them are doing anything here. So, you know, just block and kill 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna take 5 damage because this one's going to die to the drowning, but, you know, better to take 5 damage here, guaranteed, than take a lot more later. Let's take 5, we're still at 40 HP, we're doing fine. And we have Modern Age, Gohei Whack, and Extending Arm. Modern Age has pretty good power generation. It is a common too, so yeah, if you're willing to, you know, spend a lot of mana on just playing abilities, getting a couple of these basically means you have at least 1 spell card per combat. We are fighting an elite here though, so I do want a card that affects my game plan more. And I'm thinking Gohei Wack's actually pretty good. It's Amulet for 3 fairies. If we draw it turn 1 and Star uses her spell card. And it's, you know, an accurate attack because we're going to upgrade at the gap here. If we fight Aya. Yeah, Gohei Wack. And it's damage for ring, I guess. So yeah, that seems like the best option. Gonna go ahead, as usual, just take the 50. Upgrade Gohei. Can also upgrade the Exterminator actually, it's 1 extra hit from 2 to 3. No, I'll take the Whack, I'll take the Whack. It is 3 fairies, and we are getting hit by Star. Sadly, we did not draw the turn 1 Gohei Whack. So, I'm definitely playing at least 1 spell card. Oh yeah, forgot about that. The noise is like extremely loud. Jesus, always surprises me. So that should get rid of Star immediately, and we're fully blocking this turn anyway. So yeah. Oh right, the barrier. I guess you're still alive. And this looks like I'm gonna have to spellcard again. It is only 60p, so spellcarding again would be like a normal combat. Kinda wish I had done it before now, but oh well. Yeah, this looks like a necessity. She has to graze, so even if we just tried to kill her, it won't work. And there you go. This will have to do. And hopefully, before the fairies die to the drowning, we'll eventually find our Shapeshift Academy again. Kind of unfortunate, we're taking damage, guaranteed damage off of the sunlight. But at least we can go ahead and get some power. We'll probably have at least one spell card by the end of this fight. So this is very likely to give us at least like the Grace option. 75% chance, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. And if not, we just pick, you know, double meta scaling and take a bit of damage. Grace, and probably max life rather than P. Yeah, just max life. We're gonna have a spell card after this anyway, and we're not really going to need it super hard. And we just get to go high whack here. We just passed turn and she would have died to the Browning Battle Wall. So Sharp Breeze is AoE, in fact it's better at being AoE than single target attack. For Ring, 7 damage to 3 different random enemies. If you're only fighting one enemy, it's only gonna hit once, it's not like 21 damage, that would be super broken. And yeah, for each enemy that you attack, you get back 1 green. So it's a free attack, and against AoE encounters, it is AoE. Mountain God's not the worst either. I don't tend to like Sweetberry Preserve though. Actually, Marisa does put a lot of junk in our deck, so maybe the Mountain God's Rogue is the better option. Plus, since we have Waves, defensive cards are probably better for us. And at this point, I do think we're likely to be able to go to a shop. But worst case, we can just go up and into the gap. I think we can fight and lead either way though. And if I don't think I can after this combat, I can just go here and go to double normal combat. Turn 1 Shapeshift is starting to be a little tilting. It's happened way too much on this run. At least though we do get Mountain God into waves here, which should make for pretty easy combat overall. Since we were only getting attacked by this one. And can't really get rid of everyone here, it seems. I can definitely get rid of at least one and full block the other. If I go Haywalk, I get to just full block. Hopefully I'll get back to the Reckless Exterminator, because I did 1 BP. We're only taking 1 damage here. So Shapeshift is an option, but if I miss, I'm kinda fucked. I guess if I miss, I can just do a Mikuji Barrage into a Star Falling or a Mountain Gods. There's no way I miss everything, right? Yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. It's free scaling, right? Yeah. Never missed. I never miss, guys. I never miss. Yeah, if I didn't get Grace there, that was probably just a wasted spell card. But instead, we get the Grace, we get the max HP, and we even get the power. And we do get a Summer Practice, which is one of Sanae's better abilities in my opinion. Plus we don't have any white mana cards yet, so the start of Sanae's second turn, after Summer Practice was played, into Spirit and Data Radiance to the hand. Goes to next turn rather than 2 turns after, if you upgrade it. Yeah, this is a very solid, just, throw it in there. Eventually it will give you decent value. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we can face Elite. Aya would be the easier enemy, but we still have chances against Ring as well. Oh, and we get Sunflower, which is pretty nice. And yeah, let's see what this shop has to offer. Oh, this reminds me, Sanae does have some custom exhibits that you can get on every character actually if you have the mod installed and active. This is expired coupon. Every time you activate, I mean the first time you activate a spell card each combat, you gain back 20 power. Yeah, this is like pretty useful for spell card builds. This lets you just, you know, drop it in pretty much every combat. In our case though, we're not really going for spell card build right now. Defining Dance is also a pretty powerful card. And, you know, this gets really broken with a specific rare ability if we end up going triple blue. Because one thing Sanae does have is basically capstone cards. If you get 3 mana of the same color, she has one rare ability, if I remember correctly, for each triple color. And they're all very strong because they're made with intention to, you know, incentivize people to actually stay on her colors. Oh, but we're not going to go for that though if we're going for the 2 off color card, so maybe Divining Dance isn't that good. Yeah, I'm actually gonna skip it in that case. Which means probably just play with water for some card draw and like an upgrade for removal. Guarding wouldn't be the worst, at least for like these 2 combats, even if it's not that great later on. Single Degree does not really help much. I do like the card, but it's not really useful for us right now. And they can't really activate Flash of Spring either. Kind of tempted to just pick up the coupon. But no, I think it's just play with water, play Stick Shield, and then upgrade. Some card draw, tool to actually help with the Elite and Marisa. And do we actually need to upgrade? We don't really have any urgent upgrades, so I'd actually rather remove one of my normal attacks. Most of our damage is going to be like Gohei Whack and the waves anyway. At least for now. And the defense get better thanks to the summer practice giving us Spirit. So yeah, let's go like this. We do find Anja, which I do think is the easier enemy for us. Am I doing Gohei Whack already, or am I waiting for waves and summoner practice? I think I'm waiting, honestly. Since Aja's, you know, offering us that choice, I'm going to take it. And we do get waves here, plus we even get Reckless, which is pretty nice. Because now this takes away the Grace, and this actually deals the 18 damage on top of guarding. Very nice start, for sure. And yeah, this is just Summoner into Double Star Falling. So it's all lining up pretty well so far. Let's hope it keeps doing so. Thanks to the drowning, like we can actually just win by doing literally nothing other than defending. So I'm going to try and do that. Here though, we do get a bit of extra damage. We're getting mana from the Sunflower, by the way, in case you were wondering why our mana was so high. And you have Shapeshift here, so I don't really want to play with water. Because if I draw it, I'm not going to be able to play it. Maybe I should have started with that, actually, considering all things considered. Yeah, maybe I should have. Okay, so at least with Radiance, I do get to go whack and block, so I'd only be taking like a little bit of damage if I don't get the Grace. So let's do this. Spend all our white. And we do hit Grace and Max Life, so we don't even have to worry about it at all. We get to just hit, pass the turn, and the drone will take care of it. Yep, 0 damage. Aya with some extra scaling courtesy of Shapeshift. That's very nice. Honestly, this is definitely one of my better Sanae runs. Oh, and here we have very good cards and a chance to show off some of Sanae's gimmicks. So, strength testing is a common ability, which, you know, are not a thing in most characters. But Sanae does have an ability archetype, just like, well, sub-theme, I guess. Just like she has the, what do you call it, the skill sub-theme. This one specifically is one that interacts with Spirit. I mean, not Spirit, Amulet. So, normally, this would just give 3 temporary firepower, right? Instead, it's like gain 3 actual firepower, and you gain 3 power, and at the start of the Sanae's next turn, you lose the 3 firepower. However, this is a debuff. So if you have Amulet on your Sanae, who is, you know, she uses Amulet on the white build, on the ward also has like Amulet sub-theme, then you just get 3 firepower, because you block the debuff. It's kind of an interaction that also happens in Slay the Spire. In fact, in Slay the Spire, that's how temporary strength and dexterity work, which are their equivalent of firepower and spirit. It's just how they work in general, rather than, you know, doing it like this, because temp stats here don't interact with Amulet. And yeah, it does gain Echo on upgrade as well, so it does allow for pretty powerful burst turns, even if you don't have Amulet. It's 0 mana, double Sake, basically. So yeah. But we have Ringed Thaumaturgy. This is one of the ones that I mentioned, is spell card spamming. You gain some life, and whenever you activate your spell card, you deal damage to random enemy 2 times. 3 times when upgraded, getting a bit more life. So yeah, I did want to show these off. However, our pick here is going to definitely be Moonlit Lotus. The extra mana goes well with our card draw, and it's honestly just a very powerful card. It will allow us to play Shapeshift Academy whenever we draw it, and since we can just retain this, it'll basically cost us like 1 mana and an extra card draw. And don't need to heal, I think, but I don't really have amazing upgrades. Like Exterminator is nice, Lotus is nice, Wave of Water's okay, as is Summoner Practice, but none of them are like super necessary. So maybe I could heal and just, you know, take the long-term approach to I can't actually die to Marisa if I heal. I have shield and waves that like 40 HP has to be enough, right? 43 HP. Like this is like 3/4 of my HP on other characters some of the time. This has to be enough. I'm going to upgrade. And I'm just going to upgrade, I guess, the Lotus? Actually, Exterminator. Marisa does gain Grace every once in a while, so the Exterminator can help us deal with that. And it's not like we have a ton of consistent damage other than like these 2 cards, so yeah. So hopefully I do want the, what do you call it? The Dark Tome rather than the Mini Hakaro, but we'll see what we get. We also have the Sunflower mana, but even then I don't think I can shapeshift turn 1. If I'm able, I'd like to conserve all my HP, so I'm going to heal half. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start falling into our attacks. And we'll only take like the 4 damage. And let's start with this here. If this is perfectly fine with me. You can discard whatever. Just go Mountain God, go high whack, and get rid of Wolfer. We're only taking 1. I don't want to get cheap down, but 1 HP is like whatever. And it does look like this is gonna be the Holistic Shield, because it's our only defense right now. And sadly, we don't get to take away her grace. So yeah, doesn't really matter how we do this, we're not going to be able to deal damage to her this turn. And yeah, ballistic shield go. Hopefully the summer practice will help us defend without the shield in the future. I'm not gonna discard the sunlight because she's just not attacking. This is pretty much the perfect moment for it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just block for 5 for the sunlight and attack her normally. Just a reminder, we do have, one spell card available, even if this isn't full. It's limitations of how the system works, sadly. So I do have Radiance here, which lets me do this and still be able to either block or attack. And honestly, the second spell card might be better here than just getting max life and risking it. Next turn she is using her Master Spark. I can fully block her this turn though. What's in here? We have some block here. We have a lot of blocking in the deck. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm going for it. Actually, I can... Yeah, I don't need the Grace. I can just ignore Gohei Whack and just get these. And fully block like I said I would. Yeah, that's much easier. And we didn't draw any extra blocks, sadly. So we're actually going to be taking quite a hefty amount of damage here. But it is what it is. We do have to finish this off quickly though. I don't think we can survive another Master Spark. We have to deal basically like 70 damage, because before her next spark, the drowning will take around 70 HP. This is pretty awful draw though. Thankfully we have to play with water next, so we can actually draw some decent cards, hopefully. But this is pretty bad. Really hope I don't have to kill the video at this point. God, all block. This is absolutely atrocious. Well, next turn we might have to spell card just to finish her off. Like, this is 40 damage. And 20 block, I guess. If it comes to that. You can actually spell card once rather than just go all in. And Foundry. Just drop all our damage. And yeah, we don't really have to spell card right now. We can wait. If we are able to kill her next turn before she sparks, we do. And if not, we'll just use the spell card as planned. And thank fuck we have it, because this was kind of, death. Actually, maybe it isn't? Discard this. This is like 14, 20. Yeah, I can actually just full block. Oh no, I can't, because she deals 45. Okay, so I survive. Is my spell card for 4 HP? I think I'd sacrifice 4 HP for 60 power, right? We're going to be healed to like 50 after the boss. Yeah, I think I can do this. I think I can just pass. I don't really need to kill her. I hope I won't regret it, but this felt right. And we do find the hacker, sadly. And this is like completely worthless. Am I taking the Hakaru plus all of Marisa's pool? So the thing is, Marisa's red-black. So if we do take this, we're gonna have 3 off colors for Marisa at the very least. And since you know the card pool for Sanae already has plenty of neutrals, adding very solid Marisa cards could actually save our asses. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm picking up the mini hacker. I really do want to find the teammates and the tricolor card as well. Never say I don't do anything for you guys. As if I'm not doing this for myself. The Search Transect isn't a bad card. Basically 12 damage, and you take the card on top of your draw pile, and you get a copy that you can play for free. If you upgrade it, it also adds blue and accurate. Only Water Miracles and neutral card, you already know that one. But Spectral Sun Showers is here, and this is basically Sanae's version of Breaking Boundaries. The cards are ordered by colors, so she's always going to get cards of these colors, and if you upgrade it, one of each color. I do think this is the best rare we have right now here. I don't tend to like these kind of rares that just generate random stuff constantly, and you're basically rolling around, and you're incentivized to just farm forever. But I do think it's our best pick here. I'll just, force myself not to spend 20 years just farming resources. Very likely to go to a gap. I could go here, but I don't want triple combat when we are at like 43 HP. So yeah, I'm just gonna go here for the event in the mill. Probably gonna rest at the gap, honestly, with how low we are in life. Unless we take no damage on the way, I guess. So Lotus here is a very good draw. Does allow us to both shapeshift and waves. And we do find our Grace here. Don't need the firepower, so I'm just gonna get the meta-scaling resource as usual. Technically we can gain charge now, but yeah, I'm not really hoping for it. Not really gonna focus on that. So that's a lot of the damage. We do have 1 Grace though, so this is not going to actually deal any damage, so we only have to block for 22. So that's completely fine. Kinda forgot about that. And yes, go high whack, some damage. And I guess I won't draw. No, we didn't get the Wolfer or the Spectral Sun Showers, but we do at least get 4 power off of this. So a little closer to our 3rd spell card. Schooling Agent's not gonna happen, neither Spas of Tycho, Base of Tycho. So Super Sparkle is an option. This is basically one of those cards that if you invest enough resources into it, it can win you any fight, but those resources are limited. Basically, whenever you spell card, the numbers on this card double. So if you have full spell cards and you play this after using all 4 of them, you're gonna gain 32 firepower, which as you can guess is kind of ridiculous. And you actually get quite a little bit of power back as well if it's upgrade. But still, the investment you have to put into it is huge. But worst case, it is like, bring green for 2 firepower 5p, which is not the worst. I do think I'm gonna pick it up. Not the worst in hallway fights, even if it's not great. And it can be our solver for boss fights. Yeah, as mentioned, I'm gonna go here. Absolutely not taking this. I'm not taking this, am I? No. I was considering blue for a second there, but even though I don't have any double blue cards, because this one can be paid with, like, ring, I have too many blue cards, so it wouldn't be... Only 2 of them. Only 3 of them require blue, though. I'm getting tempted by it. Plus, if we get like double colorless, we could find Filthless World, which basically fixes our mana forever. It's kind of tempting, honestly. Ah, fuck it, I'm doing it. Blue, specifically, yeah. Because green is the one we need the most. And our mana base is complete chaos right now. Hey, Drown Lady. What a shame. If we found Gohei Wak turn 1, we could just amulet the drowning. As it is, we'll just have to hope the extra spirit from Summoner Practice will save us. The Drown Lady is honestly one of the most dangerous encounters at this point of the run. Because even if she's not like especially dangerous on her own, she does like a lot of very consistent damages. You have one turn to set up, and every other turn she's just wailing on you. So you eventually end up taking quite a lot of damage. If you're low after a boss fight like we are, it can just destroy you. In fact, this would be like 12 damage that I definitely don't want to take. I'm just gonna shield here. So we do have a lot of possible stuff here. Let's start with Sun Showers, see what we find. Charm Casting is a lot of block, Source Tranquility. But these are free, so I don't really care. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Charm Casting because it also applies weak if I play the Gohei Wak. And I guess I'm just dumping all my mana here. I'm gonna spend all my mana for Wolfer and Gohei Wak, and then 6 more on Moonlit Lotus and Radiance into the Shapeshift Academy. So yeah, let's go and do that. And we don't need the firepower, I'm pretty sure. So I'll pick up Grace for next turn. Don't need it this turn, but I'll need it next turn, most likely. I'm gonna keep like 2 of these. So if she does her normal attack, I already have full block from that. And yeah, the Charm Casting makes us only take 1 damage, thankfully. Yeah, so I can't Super Sparkler and block, sadly. So let's see what I draw. Reckless. Probably what I'll play, honestly. Discard Eviction Order. Block the drowning damage. Actually, I don't have blue and this needs blue, so whatever. Yeah, the issues with our mana base are starting to show for sure. Spectral here. Oh, Rainbow Danmaku. Yeah, and we have enough block, so if I just do this, she just dies next turn. There we go. Well, actually she stays at 3, but yeah, we have damage. Whack! And thankfully we took like 2 damage in that fight. Range Safeguard's the only one here that actually looks interesting to me. We do have Spirit, so that would help. We have some Ward, so we can actually use the amulets. Yes, Range Safeguard coming pre-upgraded here is just pretty decent defense, which we're kinda looking for damage more than defense right now. But honestly, either is fine. Right now we mostly have utility rather than attack or defense. Also, this is an upgrade on the Sun Showers, I'm guessing, right? We could heal. This is like full heal. What are we going to do here? I think I like double combat into shop on the lead. Maybe even event if I feel unsafe. Because we can sell something here What would I even sell? The tea set? Or the spoon? Yeah, I'd sell both of these, I'm pretty sure. And it's one of them is guaranteed to appear because these are not tradable. So yeah, I think I drink and I'll just go to the shop, keep our HP topped off for the elite. Goodbye, huge spoon. I probably won't miss you, but it was nice having you anyway. And we should be fine, right? Act 2 events are generally very good, though. We have 3 spell cards, so if we find the drone event, we can actually take it. Yeah, I'm taking the event. God fucking damn it. Empty event, guys. The event tile was empty, it had nothing on it. Ugh. Kinda wanted both waves and shrine safeguard, but that's not a possibility. Spectral Sun Shower is the YOLO path, I guess, but the safe option would be just Shrine and the I don't want to take full damage, but I want to actually do damage, would be just Star Falling plus waves. I think I have to do Shrine Safeguard here though. It's way too much damage we'd be taking here. Hopefully we'll be fine. And we can shapeshift here and have Mountain Gods available for next turn. I get to keep 2 Greys though, and I'm pretty sure this one's never accurate, so this is actually valuable. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this just for the ward, in case we find our Shrine Safeguard again. Oh, actually, the Black Butterfly put a Dark Residue, I forgot about that, so already took advantage of that. And this turn is gonna be just full defense and attacking the butterfly, I guess, because I don't want to take damage from the keystone. We're already not going to block everything here, so I'd rather not take any extra damage for free. We're taking 12 though, for sure. Not a great sequence of draws for us, but it happens. I could spellguard once. We're very close to having... In which case I should have waited to use the Sparkler, obviously. It's not on my discard pile because it's power, but... Yeah, I think I'm gonna spellguard. Just so we can get the block from the Snake Spiral accessory. We're kinda killing the butterfly faster than the keystone. Well, let's start with drawing first. Clear for glare because I can exile the residue. And yeah, let's go ahead and safeguard. Let's attack, I guess. It should attack this even if it's only 2 damage. I'm fully blocking anyway. Yeah, this is... Our mana base is an issue for sure. At least though, we do get Sun Showers here. And I guess we can reroll. Ugh. Takumi Nakata seems like the best one, but none of them are great. We already have plenty of defense in hand. I guess I'll just extending arm so we can at least do some extra damage here. It does give us the kill with Gohei. So yeah, there we go. It's not like we've taken a lot of damage, it's just the combat has been kinda, you know, slow and agonizing. And I can't really do the waves here, I take 10 back, and that's 3 damage I don't want to take. Oh, now though, that's a completely different situation. There we go. And we're set up to kill the rock in 3 turns. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. We don't have black mana anymore because the fairy is dead. The Yokai Power Spoiler seems like the better option here. I also wanted to... This is the capstone ability for triple white that I mentioned earlier. The idea being, since triple white gains a lot of amulet and ward, the ward in this case isn't relevant, but it is for the amulet. You get to just gain 3 firepower, 3 spirit, and 3 max life for 3 mana if you have enough amulets so that weak, frail, vulnerable, and poison aren't actually a problem. And if you upgrade it, it's only 1 mana, so yeah. Extremely powerful ability with quite heavy drawbacks. But you know, if you can sidestep those drawbacks with Amulet, you get to do very powerful stuff for very cheap. But yeah, in our case, just gonna pick up the Power Spoiler, gain some block for the Lightning, and punch him. And get a ton of power. Oh, is that one of those where it doesn't work because we killed? I think it was. I might have looked. I might have missed us gaining power, but I think that's what happened. Too big to fail, huh? We could keep adding cards and go into a pile. Defensive decks tend to do better than offensive ones as piles anyway. I think I'm going to pick up the too big to fail and eventually upgrade it, you know, go from there. In fact, maybe eventually it's just now. So from here, I kinda like the Spotlight, the Clean Energy, the Ribbon, and obviously an upgrade on the card I just mentioned. Flash Floodlight wouldn't be the worst either, because our AoE is limited to waves, but I think we're fine with that. Yeah, Leyline is a source of upgrades that eventually gains you Guard instead. It upgrades random cards, and if your hand is already fully upgraded, it gains Ward instead, and it does have Overflow, which is pretty solid. It'll help actually play it with only 1 white in the mana base. Yeah, if we do this, it's like 155, which leaves us room for an upgrade, not a removal, but still. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And might just be upgrading Leyline. It's Leyline or Sun Showers, or too big to fail actually. Actually, I did pick this up intentionally for this, huh? Let's go ahead and do this. Starting out with like 20 barrier is pretty solid. Because remember, it says like equal to the numbers of cards in the draw pile, but we're not going to start with 23, we start with 18 because we already draw a few when the game starts. But still, I think it will be fine. Okay, so the idea is, if this doesn't have something that gives us mana or something that's better than the too big to fail, I'll just play the too big to fail and defend myself. Or maybe I should just fully block, I don't know. Let's start with Clean Energy actually. Kinda like not sure what to do here. If this misses, I can play. Oh wait, oh I can do everything. I forgot. I thought this was 3 mana for some reason. It's only 2. Like we only need 2 cards played. Yeah, never mind. I'm fine. Pretty atrocious options. Guess I'll do Purify and remove these 2 basics. And just go too big to fail here. By the way, cards like Purify are also a way you can remove like your Morija talismans in order to gain the defenses they provide. So keep that in mind. So looking for Grace here, otherwise I'll have to use the Lotus to defend. Okay, we keep getting Grace, thankfully. And go ahead, whack. And attempt to just bomb this so we don't get debuffed. Yeah. Gunshot warning. We even get to do this for the ward. Yeah, the debuffs are doubly fucked because we both would have less spirit now and would get hit harder by the dark motions. Sadly, we can't really avoid this one, it looks like. I'm gonna play with water first. I know I'm gonna have to Moonlit Lotus, but I think that's fine. This is just Leyline, Lotus, so I can play the waves. And I actually got to kill it instead. I thought I wouldn't, but the extra has helped. I'm gonna take a bit of damage here, sadly. We're actually gaining some charge. Maybe for elites and bosses, going into burst once isn't completely unrealistic. Okay, so this is a kill. And we'll be taking 5. So not a huge spell card, but not huge defense on our hand either. And that helps. If I discard this, this will actually give me ward instead. Which will be very good with my safeguard here. I have enough ward for the rest of the combat most likely. Yeah, at this point, I do think we're very stable. We are unlikely to lose any more HP after this. These Sun Showers have not been good for us. Let's go and do the Frozen Laser just for the damage. And the whack, and just block on the attack, I guess. Save our Radiance for another day. Oh, and the Ward helps with her glares as well. Nice. Falling Moon Rabbit. Finally a good roll. Pretty good here too, because, you know, 33 damage, no blocking hand. Yeah, no shot I kill here, so let's just go ahead and do as much damage as possible. Wave Calling is more damage than they should, but, you know, didn't have 2 blue. And this is pretty obvious range safeguard, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's start with drawing though, just in case. I just get rid of like whatever, because we're gonna lost Raymond. And I guess I don't need to then, just shrine. It's a lot of area though, I only have blocking hands or whatever. And this is Super Sparkler for the firepower, and the 1 power. Just conserve our barrier. Okay, at least we get the whack. And let's just try to finish off Kokoro at this point. Fight is kinda long already, going into the 10th turn. But we can finish it off now. And that's that. We lost some HP, but it wasn't too bad. Tengu's Clog is nice, not spectacular, but definitely helpful. Lightning Laser, Green Thaumaturgy. Not really considering this one. Thinking about Lightning Lasers, like, I already have these 2 for white cards I wanna always play when I draw them. But the upgrade does have no such restriction. And Thaumaturgy takes both my greens, which, you know, kinda roughing in this deck with this mana base. Let's go ahead and pick up the laser. Hopefully we'll find a way to upgrade cheap. Or just hit it with Leyline often. Soldiering or Magic Guidebook, huh? Soldiing's good, but Magic Guidebook could be so insane. So many good rares we could get. I'm going for it. Bit riskier, but also like bit stronger if we get the high roll. Okay, not the high roll, but Ring of Hell is very solid, all things considered. It is one more way to actually do damage while playing defense for us. I think this is it, for sure. Storm isn't bad, but I think it's Ring of Hell, yeah. Hopefully we'll upgrade as well. And this just looks like, yeah. We have the option to go to a non-elite if we feel threatened, but... Well, this is the encounter that killed me on my last run. I wasn't playing Sanae, I was playing Sakuya, but you know, wasn't a fun encounter. And this isn't a fun hand, honestly. Jesus. Kinda tempted to Spugard to see if I get another red mana, honestly. Like 60p anyway. Yes, crit. This is just an awful hand. I didn't get what I wanted though, so fuck me, I guess. At least I do get to play Ring of Hell rather than the too big to fail. And still block thanks to the EX of it. So, Leyline here. Hit Spectral like I wanted. Falling Moon Rabbit seems like the choice here. Oh, Omikuji, by the way, very solid card for spellcard spam if you go off color. Absolutely massive skill. And yeah, I think this is just Falling Moon Rabbit. So I can ignore them and just Super Sparkler here. And we play the Boundary, just for the Ring of Hell damage. And we finally find our waves. Oh, we're gonna take damage if we do this though. Anyway, we don't. Yes, attacking and doing double block. Guess I'm doing that now. I mean, we're still taking damage, just a lot less. Because Ring of Hell is one off. Fuck me. I don't know how to count apparently. Well, I'm taking the damage. I'm not carding again. Not twice for this combat. Guess I'll just have to rest here. Right on time, Raymond. Right on time. Well, the spirit is not a problem anymore. We're invulnerable right now, so whatever. No reason not to play them, because, you know, Ring of Hell. And yeah, this is just lethal with the Ring of Hell, so let's try and find lethal with the Reckless Exterminator. Like this, into Exterminator, and that's some extra power at the very least. Not ideal, but oh well. The Mother Notes is super solid actually, because we're very likely to be able to activate the Overdrive, unless we draw it like turn 1. Since we are gaining decent amount of charge, not a ton, but decent. And it's not really enough to go into burst, but it could help activate that. Hunting Echo is very solid too. Like Echo on Moonlit Lotus, which we can retain. Echo on our Summoner Practice. Maybe in Ring of Hell, too big to fail. Yeah. Hunting Echo is actually super solid. Can't really ignore it here. Don't really care about Futo here. Just gonna ignore her. Yeah, this does look like we're actually going to rest, sadly. Kinda wanted, you know, Ring of Hell upgrade, Leyline upgrade, stuff like that, but 24 HP, and I'd rather fight the elites. Because the fights here are not like that much easier than elites. Which ones have we taken with it? This was Kokoro, so this is Nitori or Jomu. How well do I do against Jomu and Nitori? Nitori should be fine, I think. Jomu could be a bit dangerous. Because we're kinda slow, but with Ring of Hell and the waves, I do think we can outpace her. Plus, Gohei Whack will stop an entire turn worth of lock on each time we draw it. And Shapeshift can grace. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Well, we do get Jomu, so hopefully I'm right and we are fine. One thing I could do is just spell card at least once. We have Jujiko here. If I spell card once. Okay, we're missing like 33. I'll probably get 33 off the Jomu combat, right? Not really sure. Worst case though, like the summons will give us what's missing, so I think I can afford one spell card here. Plus the extra mana means that I can afford to do this in summoner practice without any issues. In fact, no, I can't see what I draw because, you know, Ring of Hell would be unplayable, a lot of my good cards would be unplayable. Let's not risk it. Just block as much as I can, let it go. Actually, that would end up being a solid upgrade at this point, huh? Just so I can pay any kind of mana for it. Well, this is a very obvious turn. Actually, not entirely, because I'm not sure if I should do this or not. But I think I'm gonna pass. Okay, there we go. We find our Radiance. Let's see what we draw here. I mean, not we find our Radiance, I meant we get our Spirit. Had a brain fart. If we do get Grace, we get the power or the firepower. Honestly, our firepower is not even that much damage. I think getting the powers is the correct choice. Grace will save us this turn and a bit extra next turn as well. 2 out of 3 attacks, in fact. And I mean, this isn't really like going to remove the Grace, but it is more cards for Ring of Hell. And we already have Moonlit Lotus if we're worried about our mana. We should be finding the Mountain Echo soon too. Yeah, perfect. So Mountain Echo here for Moonlit and Lightning Laser. And Leyline upgrades both of them. Which means I can just, you know, Moonlit this turn, keep the copy. And I get to Mine 10 Gods and double laser. For a ton of damage and barrier. Nice. So this is just easy Gohei Whack into Shrine Safeguard. And just play as many cards as possible for the Ring of Hell. I do think I want to upgrade Ring of Hell for the Jujiko though. It is a solid chunk of her damage. And she does not accept people who stay too long in her presence. Oh hey, Fragmental Insight. This is the ability I mentioned that was pretty broken with the... So basically, whenever a non-skill card is played, you gain energy and shuffle your discard into your draw pile. And the idea is you combine this with the card that whenever you shuffle your draw pile, you gain 10 block. And basically, whenever you play a non-skill, you gain 10 block. It's pretty ridiculous if you can set those up. Regardless though, our actual pick here is Yokai Power Spoiler. We get a ton of power back in the end, and also deal quite a bit of damage. See what we draw off of Play with Water. And actually, we get even more power, because I'm gonna go ahead and Exterminate. And that's an extra. Yeah, we ended up with more power than we started with. Arakaza is nice, always solid to have. Never like incredible, but always neat. And Moonlit Lake pre-upgrade is actually very good, because it does fix quite a bit of our mana. In proportion to our mana base, actually, it gives like white, blue, and green green. So yeah, that was a funny coincidence. It's Ring of Hell or Sun Showers, but I think it's Ring of Hell, because this is an ability I want to play as soon as I draw it, and then I don't have the chance to upgrade it. Meanwhile, Spectral Sun Showers and Leyline Spotlight could come together at any point. So yeah, it's just Ring of Hell. Yeah, runs being quite long, which, you know, kind of as usual for my channel, but kinda also partially because of Sanae specifically. She is a rather slow character in that sense. I think I'm ready to make the sacrifice of HP to play Grimmar here. Yeah, let's play it first, see what we get. Very solid cards, just in general. Let's do Too Big to Fail before we draw. Mostly because I'm not even going to draw. Let's just wait. But we get Firepower and Grace. We get more power and more Regis Talismans. And we even get some AoE damage. So yeah, pretty good Sun Showers. I didn't know they had buff Sun Showers to give you 3 cards. That's nice. Get some Ring of Hell. Okay, so this is kind of like, do I take the long-term approach or the short-term approach? And I think I take the fuck you and I'm gonna shoot you approach. Oh, 2 Philo, that's... If it mattered, that would have been amazing. So, Lightning Laser is accurate, so we get to do this into Exterminator. And I guess we'll just shoot. China's getting Grace off of the Spirit because we didn't finish it off, but like... Yeah, we can do like Gohei Whack and stuff like that. The Droning does not stack, okay. So this is just Echo on Lotus and Gohei. Do 1 Lotus immediately, double Gohei, and just do the waves. And we're doing pretty well, I'd say. We do want to hurry up with the fight as much as possible, but it's not like we'll be dead anytime soon. We have a ward, we do have 1 ward, so I can do this, and not take the Moonlight pile. The Moonlight thingy. Super Sparkler, see what we draw. Leyline Spotlight. Sadly, I'd have to use my mana for it to give ward now, but it is at least a decent chunk of upgrades. And as usual, just play as many cards as possible for Ring of Hell. So I don't want to play the Moonlight this time, because I really don't want to get quite Moonlight in my deck. Not as much because of the mana issue that we lose it, but rather because I don't want cards that do nothing in my deck right now. I'm really trying to go as fast as possible, and misfortunes and statuses would be pretty brutal. Okay, this does look like the Lotus turn. This is 4... I can just play my entire hand, I think. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 7. Don't have to waste the Radiance, but I'm gonna use everything else. And for reference, this effect does work on summons. So I'm going to kill one of these, gain some power, and also not have to worry as much about all the damage they're doing. Because otherwise I was actually kinda close to losing all my berry. I do have to hurry up. Let's do the Radiance, because I'm gonna do Lightning Laser and Sun Showers. Oh, and I was hoping to do Shapeshift as well, but I guess that's way too much mana. Immortal Flame. This does help with finishing the fight supposedly soon. And I do think the healing will happen, because we lose the Law of Mortality at the end of combat, theoretically. Can at least do this. And I'm gonna go ahead and do Laser over Shapeshift. I do want the Shapeshift meta scaling, but I don't want to die, basically. Not a very good hand. At this point, I do get to do this though, because I just want the damage. The Quiet Moonlight, even if I didn't have ward, just didn't really matter anymore. But yeah, we finished the fight. The healing did not actually work, sadly. Ah, fuck. Do I seriously have to pick Levitate for this? This is actually going to be more of a negative than a positive. Okay, so guys, let's be honest. This is the good pick here. Kaza's Medicines. Miko costume could be okay as well. We do have a decent chunk of upgrades on the Leyline Spotlight. So yeah, those two are the obvious good pick. These two. I think Kazan's is a bit better, but costume's perfectly fine as well. But I did come into this wrong with a goal. I would have preferred like Bottle Soul or like literally any other black exhibit that's not Levitating. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. Just so we have the chance to find the card I wanted. Not a good start, but whatever. Supernova does get us 2 attacks though, so that'll be like Gahei, the Waves, 3 Puzzle Basics, Reckless, and the Lightning Laser. Good targets. Turning the tables though is very solid as well, and the upgrade is amazing. Yeah, I'm picking turning. We can mostly manipulate it pretty well. Well, this is pretty easy choice of path. Just get to pick whatever we do at the end. It is unlikely to be the shop because I most likely want to save my money for Sumerako. But we do have a lot of rares we could trade. I do have a lot of rares I wouldn't want to trade too though. At this point, I'd be completely fine with trading away Shapeshift. And the turning the tables isn't like super vital to us either. Wouldn't be happy about Moonlit Lotus, but I could let it go. But yeah, obviously Ring of Hell and Sun Showers are never leaving our deck if we can help it. So this is a shit ton of mana, but very little to do with it. We'll just go ahead and do at least that very little. Okay, so Sueko could be pretty goddamn dangerous for us here. I'm very desperately looking for Ring of Hell, because that on the waves, because those two guarantee us basically that we'll actually get out of this alive. For now though, I do get to Mountain Echo, the Lotus, and the Sun Showers. Oh, Prince and is nice. And do Lotus, and I can get another Sun Shower. It's one of these two. Well, let's just see what we draw, honestly. I have plenty of mana if I want to play my cards. Nothing big. Let's spray it all away. Still nothing big. So I guess it's just... it's practice or laser actually. Can't do both unless I do the other Moonlit Lotus, which is kind of a waste. So I guess it's gonna be laser. I do want the damage. Okay, we lost the Lotus sadly, but at least we found our waves. And it doesn't affect these two, but whatever. Let's play with water first, because we do have a splash worst case anyway. And our block is not amazing, so maybe we'll just take the proactive approach to blocking and remove the threats. And now I get to block for them. So yeah, actually right now I do think I'd rather kill the spirits, because we just lost Ring of Hell for one, and because I know that, you know, Sueko will be dying eventually to the drowning. So this is lane line spotlight, and I don't remember what we just put in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this though. Just play the lane line. This was just a block. Let's see what we draw after the shuffle. Nothing important. Actually, yeah, this is completely fine, huh? So I'm gonna recover most of it from like killing these and the Super Sparkler. And it also allows me to do Shapeshift for max life and probably firepower. I guess Grace is actually a lot of barrier and keeping. And yep, I'm just killing this. Sueko will die eventually, so we're at no risk in the end. He doesn't really attack much, well, thankfully, because we're losing all our actual attacks. But yeah, this gets her extremely close already. Should be a cinch to finish this at this point. She's spending most of her time doing nothing really. Sun Showers does find it. Pagodas just leaves her at 3, and the drowning will take care of her. In the end, I had mentioned that this was like a rather complex character, but our rang is being mostly pretty standard defensive deck with like random generation stuff. This is pretty solid, I think. We do have a few things that add Morija Talismans to our deck, even if not a lot, and the Moonlit Lake does get boosted by the ward since it won't put the Moonlights into our deck. Sorry, Doremi, I do not feel ready for the boss right now. I'm not doing it. Speaking of which, Remilia. Probably one of our better choices, honestly. I mean, one of our better roles, options, whatever. Bosses. So this seems like pretty obvious, too big to fail. Just full block this turn, and that and the Crow. And go hey whack to get through the race. You know, play with water. Kinda sad that we drew Summer Practice, but let's get rid of the Long Night. And I did not want to waste like 3 mana on Long Night. Yeah, I can afford to Mounting Echo here, I think. Do it on these two. Get the Clean Energy Echo. Even find the Leyline Spotlight. Didn't hit the... oh, I can't hit the waves. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's do this first, just to see what we find. Oh, Open Universe, huh? What can we get off of this? Double Ring of Hell. Double Lightning Laser. Double Turning the Tables. Oh, double Turning the Tables is absolutely massive, isn't it? Yeah, it has to be like Open Universe into tables. Absolutely zero regrets about picking the card at this point. But god damn it, Eviction Order. But yeah, this is like 2 extra Sun Showers for free. Final Spark. Let's do this first. Oh, thank god, we'll have to do it. And... all out? Kinda funny, but we don't have enough charge for it. I'm honestly considering just strength testing despite being 0. So it actually clears the 2 crows. Yeah, screw it. I'm just doing this. Bit wasteful, but you know. It clears the curse. And just doesn't really matter. She has grace, but whatever. Okay, so I will take a slight amount of damage here from this Apex Speedster, but I do want to play my Ring of Hell. And the Super Sparkler as well. A laser does help a lot. We're gonna take no damage. And Exterminator gives us 4 power. Let's run the kill. And 1 off max, that's nice. Oh, Pachi's nice. Or Ritual of Exorcism for the rabbits. Hunting rabbits. But surely though, like, the Philosopher's Mana is huge, the potions are nice, even the scaling is okay. Yeah, it has to be Pachi. And I'm not going to the shop, because I do want the trait to be for a rare. Do I feel strong enough for an elite? I think I do. We find Clumpies. I do have okay AoE at this point, so not unhappy about it. Let's see what we find here. Yeah, too big to, oh, I should have started with Too Big to Fail. I guess it's only 1, but you know. We get Pachi out and Boundary. Okay, let's start with draw actually. Speaking of which, and there's Ring of Hell. We do have a lot of Philosopher's Mana, thankfully. And let's... Should I just play my defense cards first so I hit the good targets with Spotlight? Because I'm likely to do the potions here anyway, I think. Let's do Star Falling, and then I can just decide on the rest. Because the Sparkler isn't that important either. I can play it if I hit it and ignore if I don't. Actually, even if I hit it, it doesn't really matter, huh? But yeah, let's do this. Didn't hit the Sun Shower, sadly. But I did hit this, so... Oh, Fragmental Insight. That is huge. Yep. This is going to give us like a ridiculous amount of mana. Yeah. Block and Sparkler. So yeah, the Ring of Hell is going to be most of our damage for the AoE clearing here. And for reference, if you ever play Fragmental Insight, mana is not really much of a concern anymore. You're just looking for card draw. Oh, and you can look at the top of your draw pile to see what you get. Because I have card draw here, but I don't really care about a boundary. So I play something, and it shuffles. And Gohei Whack is actually fine, but not good enough, I think. So let's shoot. Gohei Whack again. I only have skills now though, so it's gonna have to be that. Okay, this kills one of them, but I do not have enough defense for this. Gonna have to spend a couple of spell cards, it seems. And I guess Pachi can recover me a bit too from the Firepower and Spirit. My mana is not a concern anymore. Yeah, this gives me back some fire, some power as well. Still took some damage here. Hopefully that'll be the last of it, but yeah, going down to half HP, not ideal. So our entire hand would be like 5, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, I can play my entire hand. If I do this, it's like 3 block versus 5 ward. I guess I can just do this then. I'm not taking damage now. We're drawing Sun Showers next turn, along with Pachi. That's nice. So let's see what we get. Not much. I guess the garden will do. Since it's damage and 2 card plays. Okay, so... Okay, my next turn is kinda decent, so I don't really feel the need to partially just to shuffle. And yeah, this is just going to be like a lot of Gohei and Mountain God, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe like double Pachi? Yeah, the unstable potions are actually probably solid. And I have way more than enough mana anyway. We just go for Mountain God's Robe though. For block. Yeah, let's do that, let's do that. That way I can also save the Patchouli for shuffling if I need to. Let's just try and focus on the Clumpies at this point. I really don't need mana, so let's do this. I'm getting Ward. And pretty atrocious next turn, so I am going to go ahead and do Pachi stuff. Not really sure which, I guess the Firepower Spirit. We're still taking a ton of damage though. I feel like I have to like double spell card something. This is 42 plus 20. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this. I do want to focus on Clumpies, but at least killing one should reduce the possible damage next turn by a lot. Yeah, look at that shit. Ugh. Okay, turning the tables is actually not very good with Fragmental, but at the very least we can see what we have on top. And we have this Shrine Safeguard, which is a lot of block, so yeah, I'm taking it. That was huge. Sun Showers. Well, defending is a lot of block as well, but not really that interested. Frozen Laser could be okay. Power Spoiler's probably the best if we just want to focus on Clumpies. And I do think I want to just focus on Clumpies. Yeah, since we have the Insight, we can just play all of these without issues. This would just be 14 block if I graze, huh? Oh no, because this one's going to die to the Ring of Hell after I play everything, I think. Yeah, worst case I'll just shoot her. So that would actually be like 14 and 2 of these, 16, so 30. And we're getting hit for 32? So full block? Yeah, okay. Grace and power, I guess. I do need to recover my power if I can. Yeah, the elite is definitely possible, but it was way more complicated than I thought, and I didn't think it was going to be easy, so even worse. Okay, so that's just block, I guess. Kinda tedious to look at this every time I play a card, but kinda necessary for the wildcard. Not that it matters since we already have no more shuffles. And at this point, I'm just gonna do this for the Ring of Hell damage. At the very least, next turn should finish this. I was about to say with the bonus, but we already got the bonus earlier. That elite fight was way too long. Really kinda wanna finish the run at this point. Second too big to fail? Just for the memes? Massive barrier? second too big to fail. I'll upgrade it eventually. Because it's not gonna be sun showers, that's for sure. But we do find Kaneko, who is going to be very useful for us. Solid damage source with some extra time. Emergency on Barrier and Grace. And for her spell card, for her ultimate, we just get 2 firepower and Grace every time we spell card, which is absolutely huge. And the upgrade is also very solid, so yeah, absolutely paying for Kaneko. Well, we did at least get one of the things I wanted, which is one of the teammates. Just missing another teammate on the 3-color card. So I don't want to do all 3 elites, I'm pretty sure. Not after that experience. And this does have a shop. So I think this is just gap with 2 normal combats into shopping on the last one. Yep. Oh shit, fuck. Okay, no issue, we can go up. Yeah. That was an accident, but we can go up later anyway, it's fine. I don't think we like any of these. The money's okay, but we're not in urgent need of it. We do have a lot of power generation though. And a lot of stalling power, so we could get rid of the negative news. Okay, screw it. Yeah. Let's go. Get the money. We're gonna get a huge power spike, hopefully. This shop. Oh god, the Wolf Tengu. Not Momiji, by the way. This is just a random Wolf Tengu. But he is still, she is still a goddamn threat. Oh wait, I didn't even think about that. This was the worst thing I could have done. I don't have a second red, so I can't actually play this most of the time. God damn it. Why did none of you guys warn me? Come on now. God damn it. God damn it indeed. I guess I'll start with the red orb. I'm fully walking right now, so I'm not gonna play the boundary. Because the wolf gets angry if I play defensive cards. Let's start off with Sun Showers, I guess. Purifying Mists. I do have 4 wards, so I could just do this twice with the Mountain Echo. Which gives me a lot of extra mana for Pachi. And I can start with Super Sparkler. Or I could just go for Eruption, obviously. For the AoE and the card draw. I'm gonna go for the Mist though. Let's go and do this. Echo these 2. Not the Sparkler, the Pachi. Do we even echo the Pachi? Yeah, let's go. Not gonna be able to play the second one immediately, but eventually. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do the Pure Radiance option. Already gonna do this since I have the mana, so this one here hits a little harder. This again. Okay, we did hit at least once, which means we can Pachi. I'm tempted to just use her for firepower so I can kill this, honestly. Or actually, oh, she's unupgraded, so she doesn't start with enough for potion, so. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do the other active and just shoot here. Wait, what? I thought it did 8 damage. I must have totally missed something. You know, 9 damage? Oh, it's only one. It's only 1 firepower. God damn it, I'm playing like a goddamn moron. Yeah, I'm gonna spell card. This is just sad, but too much HP to lose at this point. This at least means we don't lose any. I am not playing at my best, that's for sure. I'm barely even playing. These waves. Pray for grace here. The one time we really needed it. It's been here all our lives and it fails us now. Maybe we failed it. Okay, so 21. I could just take like around 15 if I block. Potion Spitlock's Exterminator is like 70 damage, so I need to spellcard twice, not worth it. I am gonna go for the potions though, just so I can save the Moonlit Lotus and still do Star Falling. So yeah, 13 damage, 12, sorry. We want to go to the shop, but we also want to go to the gap. At least the gap is, you know, right after this. Okay, so Leyline upgrades all the other cards. And thing is, if what I have on top is good, then I don't really need to do double Mountain God. But if what I have on top is bad, I'd rather just, you know, do it and recover it. Thinking because I could just recover the negative news off of this. I guess worst case we can spellcard. Let's do this. Somewhere, yeah, that is definitely worst case. So since we're losing a lot of power anyway, maybe the phone, the negative news, will just, you know, not cost us the full amount if we draw this combat. Seems unlikely though. Oh, we might not actually survive this. Oh, hey, Wack. I think I'm dead. That was way too close. 21 damage from Ring of Hell. Christ almighty. Yeah, I was sweating there. I was absolutely sweating. So card selection, definitely good considering our deck. I do think I'm going to pick this up. Gensokyo past and present is also good though. But no, I do think we need the Rebelling. Just finding our good cards is way too important. Bring T. Got the border sensor. Apart from Butter Robot. None of these seem all that amazing, honestly. I think I'm just gonna pick Ritual in case we find like rabbits on the third pool of combats. Because we're most likely gonna do like double normal combat, ignore the elites. Okay. Kind of a complicated first turn, I feel like. I do want Kaneko, and I do want Too Big to Fail, and I do want Pachi, and I can't really do all of it. Unless maybe Pachi into potions, but then I need to Leyline first. Yeah. So Leyline, Pachi. Potions will give me the last trigger of Long Night as well. And give me 2 mana, which means I get to do both Kaneko and Too Big to Fail. Okay, I did manage to do everything I wanted there. And worst case, we do have 12 barrier plus 1 grace this turn if we need it. Doesn't seem like we will though. So I can go Ring of Hell into God's Robe. Turning tables, God's Robe, Maybe we do. In fact, we definitely do. And let's just do the negative news. Go to 0 before we actually got to 30, so it didn't cost us the entire thing. And yeah, just taking 6. Hopefully that'll be the last of it. Because if I do this and I load this, I don't get to do the reach all anyway. Never mind. Right, because the ring of hell damage I was counting on is gonna happen at the end of turn. We do full block though, at least that's something. Oh Christ. That is fucking terrifying, honestly. Well, let's Echo, Lotus, and Shapeshift. We gain Grace, we gain Max Life. Okay, we found all the Grace we wanted and all the Grace we needed, thankfully. We have an Max Life, let's gain some firepower, I mean some power, so we can actually use it for our combats. So this is gonna be at 24, so yeah, this is good enough. And just focus on this one now. But yeah, the max life is a very long-term investment. At this point I really shouldn't be worrying about it. Should just be focusing on kinda not dying and getting spell cards to use immediately. Oh, Blazing Star. Nice. The extra turn means more Ring of Hell damage, just of the extra cards we play. Actually, if I do this, I can't Exterminator, and I do want the power from that. So there we go. Unlikely to do anything, but let's see what we have. I didn't mean to keep this, but whatever. Okay, the fights are getting quite tense, and I feel like I'm not doing enough at this point. I don't really need a second Pachi, I'm pretty sure. And I'm still regretting the fact that I took the goddamn second Too Big to Fail, because I forgot about the red mana. Both of these feel useless right now. I guess Drain Diary has a better chance of seeing it. The donation box is like 30 to 40 gold tops. And yeah, I'm scared of elites. I just wanna be done with the run as well, so let's go the bottom path. Okay, the ritual's actually fine here. And Too Big to Fail. Sadly, not enough mana for any of these. Frog the Lunatic, Frog the Lunatic. Oh, let's go, it happened! I don't know why, but whenever I face off against Touhou and I can't actually get rid of the Long Night turn 1, this happens extremely often. Kinda got lucky with that. Let's go Lightning Laser and shoot. Oh, we lost on showers though. That's so bad. And I want Pachi, but I want Rebelling as well, so I can actually find my cards. I think finding my good cards is a bigger priority right now, sadly. Is Summoner Practice one of my good cards? That's a good question. Right now I feel like it isn't. And Mounting Echo is kinda useless at this point, so... Shapeshift should work, hopefully. I don't... Why the fuck does it use my mana like that? Makes no sense to me. A Grace will be useful and we'll get the power. We lose Shrine, which I really would have liked to have. Would have been a lot of luck. Playing energy seems fine, even if this is a way too expensive way to recover it. We do also get something else, and it was a pretty good something else. Completes my entire hand. Pretty sure I'm gonna moonlit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and draw now. Current situation does not look good. The draws don't look good either. Ring of Hell is at the bottom. Hopefully I'll actually be able to play it next turn instead of having it get frogged. Okay, so I'm gonna crease one of these. This is 38 plus 14, so 52. Huge chunk of damage, honestly. Oh, but I can't vary anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Didn't realize. Actually needs one turn to be able to vary. Okay, safe. Ring of Hell. Wildcard for the ward on the Moonlit Lake. Rebellion gets us even more damage on card selection. Sparkler plus Exterminator does not kill, I feel like. That would be plus 2 firepower, but I'm weakened. So 3 firepower. Base is 8 damage, 11, 33. 30% of that is like 20, approximately 20 something damage. Which seems unlikely to kill with Ring of Hell. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop everything, I think. Yeah, because the worst case, if I need block, I'll just activate Kaneko. I'm not taking the block. We found something else that doesn't really do much either anyway. And I do feel like I want to play Kaneko here. The active. There's no guarantee she won't get frogged anyway, so whatever. I'd rather get value off of her than have her do nothing. Lost Fachi, but at least we have card draw. And I kind of want to keep and play everything I have here, so I'm going to discard one of these. Partially because of the Ring of Hell, let's be honest here. Okay, so this is 10 times 2, so that seems like the best target for this. And then just block and hurt Suiko as much as possible. She should die, yeah, running plus Ring of Hell after she debuffs us, but oh well. Oh, we took 1 damage, whatever. And hopefully, oh god. Spell card is 16, it does save us way too much damage not to use. Yeah, our spell card is not seeing any like accumulation. Gonna be hard to actually do the Super Sparkler plan for Sage and stuff. We do have some amulet, maybe it's trans testing good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the strength testing. How the fuck would this work? it was full power, I might have taken it. At only 100, I don't think it's worth it. Kotsu Windshield. That is a funny name. So I'm actually just considering Purple Mirror, goddammit. What would I copy? There's no way that it's actually good enough, right? Ring of Hell might be good enough for Ring of Hell, honestly. Kinda need that kind of damage. But it's my entire goddamn money pool. Could just go like model plus canned food. Really not sure what to do at this point. Any huge upgrades I need here? Actually would be nice. Although eventually she gets upgraded by Spotlight anyway because she stays in my hand. Oh, Sun Showers. I have to upgrade Sun Showers. It's been unupgraded for way too long. So yeah, canned food. Considering borrow, because it was junk. No, it was familiar. Never mind then. Forget the borrow. I thought it was Junko for a second. Oh yeah, the model. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, let's hope this is good enough. And we do find the rabbit, so we're gonna focus on the low HP one and kill the front one with, you know, the card we picked specifically for it. I think I can take them without losing life, so I'm just gonna heal rather than take the barrier. And we can go ahead and do this. Full block. And 3 hits. Okay, so let's do whatever it takes to find the ritual. Didn't help much. So like 3 turn stops should be enough though, because we do have some card draw, and it's here actually. Okay, actually, if the upgrade is forced to hit all 3 of these, so I actually can do this. Do this just for the power gain. And go ritual 1. Turning tables. Ritual the other. Okay, that was very satisfying. Very, very happy I took the card now. Yeah, none of these are interest to me. So let's go for one last upgrade and fight Remilia. Because I kind of want either Patchouli or Kaneko, but those are like the most guaranteed upgrades of Leyline. So I think I'm actually gonna go upgrade Leyline. That way, when they actually coincide, I can be sure I hit them no matter what. Yeah, this too big to fail thing was actually just so atrocious. What I'm gonna do though is... they do this I can. Yeah, I don't understand sometimes. Do this, it's unlikely to do anything on too big to fail, but it's literally worthless on rituals or whatever. And just go ahead like this, just so I can get rid of Long Night at least. Let's see if we can find some ward generation for our shrine. No, but we do find Ring of Hell. So let's go ahead and pick it up. And we won't be taking that much damage. Ring of Hell is like not even a lot of damage against Remy, because you know, 5 cards per turn. But it's certainly better than nothing, honestly. I regretted doing that absolutely immediately, because I forgot that blue was necessary for my Patchouli. Because I'm upgrading hand and playing Kanekalan. I should have healed rather than play the card draw card. I did want the forward though. We're kinda fucked. The waves could help, but you know, Remy does cleanse herself relatively often. Doing that just for Ring of All damage, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sadly. Or her ultimate could save us though. Could be the saving grace of the run. This is 48, I'd be taking 39. I do have defense here and like shapeshift, spectral, some bear from laser. Hope I don't regret this passing the turn. Well, if this isn't Grace, we're gonna have to use Kaneko. But it's always Grace. Is it power or firepower? Not really sure, honestly. Because the power goes better with Kaneko, but the firepower goes better with everything else. If we're going to ultimate Kaneko, though, I do think I should take a power. Okay, so this is gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. So can't use this one. Yeah, sounds nice. Or actually, since this one's not gonna have much use, maybe I'll just get the power off of it. It's like 10 damage less, I guess. 10 damage is kinda relevant. Okay, I won't. 10 damage can easily be relevant. So we have 1 Grace. So we have to block for 60. Easy. True Full Moon is very tempting, but not good enough, sadly. What could we get off of Horai? Actually nothing, because we played for 0, but just to check, just in case. Yeah, even then it wouldn't be good. Actually, do we have Amulet? That's a shame. If we had Amulet, we could have blocked the True Full Moon debuff. Yeah, this looks like ass. I think it's just emergency. It's sad, but I think it's necessary. And yeah, I think I have to ultimate Kaneko here. I have 4 cards, so if I were to do defense onto this, it's like 40 block. 40 block, 1 Grace. I'd be taking 21 on 11 barrier. And heal 15. I want the firepower too, though. I'm just doing Kaneko. That is a lot of grace, so we actually get to survive easily now. Speaking of which, I can just take one of her grace away. Okay, so if we were ever going to spell card, this is probably the time with Super Sparkler here. I mean, if a spell card a second time. And with that, hopefully, and Redlands Terminator, we might be able to just put her below half and not have to eat 75 damage. So yeah, let's go. Run on Gigi, Sparkler, Exterminator, recover it, and do it once more. And just boundary for the Ring of Hell, I guess. Not great, but it is blocked here. We need 32, because we already have one grace. Pretty realistic, I'd say. And we had that, but we don't have mana to play it, as I mentioned last time. Safeguard is definitely the play. And I guess Spotlight is the only relevant thing here. How come every turn looks harder than the last? Let's see what we draw first. Not a good card for this. Yeah, I mean, the turn isn't good, but it's very obvious. Just Patchy, Gohei, block, and that is it, basically. That's all our block gong and 15 HP on top. At least we have Lightning Laser next turn, I guess, but this is looking doomed. Plus, we're about to get Gungnir. At least it's a small Gungnir, we're not vulnerable. We do have laser there, so I do want to draw this. That's gonna be 23, so taking 23 on top. We will leave. Do I wanna get Spirit though, to extra block? I guess not. Doesn't really matter that much. So it's just like all these? Yeah. Okay, that is pretty good to Victor Fell. So we draw double Reckless. Be a huge first turn. Potions into double Reckless. I guess the potions don't really have to come now. No real reason for them. Only reason I would need to do this first is if I went for the firepower. And I'm not really interested. So let's just do double this. And, you know, 3 extra damage from Ring of Hell. Kind of a shame we drew the Ritual now, because she's actually pretty close to dying to it. Like in the next turn or something. Okay, this is a solid defensive turn, we don't really have to worry. Actually, Patchouli kills her. Questions? With 11 firepower? Yeah. Patchouli plus Ring of Hell. No, just Patchouli. Okay. That was way too close for comfort, but we actually managed. And maybe this gives us the triple green card, I guess. I don't know. We did end up getting all 5 colors, but haven't really found the card we wanted. Moving Grade Library is one of the best cards in the game, though, in my opinion, so definitely picking this up. Could get us a lot of bullshit to defeat Seiya with. And it's not here either. That's a shame, but that's the end of our search. I can spend all my money here because I'm gonna heal at the gap, losing like missing my half my HP. Yeah, I can just go like, I don't know, I guess upgrade library. I'm gonna heal. The Can't Fund isn't gonna be super relevant, so I'll take. Is the vulnerable going to be relevant though? Well, let's take the food, I guess. And yeah, we heal here. And sadly, we didn't find the card even at the end. I'll give Mad Let Us Go into verse though, and it is card selection. And we do have 2 colors that can cast it. Okay, let's go. No Filthless World either in the entire run. That's a shame. We did have pretty much like 400 cards available to us though, so understandable. I think I actually just... I'm sorry for Pachi, but I'm pretty sure I'm pushing her, so I can do double too big to fill. And get rid of 2 Long Night stacks just with 1 card. Also, the Sparkler plan is not in a very good place. But oh well. Because my exhibits, I don't even remember. I didn't check, but I don't think I had anything that important. Oh, here's the Sparkler. If I remember correctly, Sparkler does, like copies do maintain the buffs here. So, oh, wait, actually. Rebellion first. Echo on these 2. Buff it. And I don't have a second green, so I don't know why the fuck I was doing all that. Lightning Laser. I'll take the Lightning Laser. And I think I'm gonna save the Astrology for later. 2 mana isn't that much anyway. Not looking good though, like already turn 3 and we're not doing much. We did draw our good cards now though. Let's see if they help. Can I even play all of this? Like 9 mana, 9 mana. And Moonlit Lotus doesn't give me enough for the shapeshift. I can't. Let's get rid of it all. Whatever. I already have what I want to play anyway. Or do I? Because I don't have 2 blue. I don't have 2 Lotus. God damn it. Oh, Marble Phantasm though. Even if this is like for 0 and I'm wasting it, I need to use the mana anyway from Lotus. Or, you know, Lost in Paradise to copy Ring of Hell. No, I wouldn't have the mana, because 2 blue and double blue, double red. Not enough mana for that. Let's take the marble. Pick up a 5 cost scaling ability. Or maybe just random 4 cost, and that way we can, yeah, we can play the other 2. Can we? Blue red, and then blue green. Yeah, we can. This is the card. This is the card I was talking about. Which is 1 of 5 uncommon ability cards to add to the hand. Temporarily cost 0, has Echo and Ethereal. And if you upgrade it, it also has rare ability cards, which is obviously better. But you know, this is a lot of scaling, so good pick. Happy I did this. Yeah, this was the card I was talking about, as you can see. Black, red and green. And yeah, this is retroactive by the way, right? Yeah, it is. I thought as much. Maybe I should have checked before, but yeah, whatever. Wall of Bavagra is a lot of damage reduction. Magic Converter is also pretty good, and we have a ton of mana anyway. But against the multi-attack Sage pulls off, I think this is going to be the better option here. Could also be Ignition in case she pulls Lombo, but if she pulls Lombo, I think we're fucked regardless. Yeah, let's do Wall. Oh, fuck. Okay, so the ability is the one that has Echo, not the Miracle Pentacle. I thought I'd be able to find another card. God damn it. Yeah, this is kinda useless. Doesn't stack at all. In fact, I just took 2 damage for no reason. Pyramid doesn't affect us too badly. In fact, I'm not even gonna use it. Okay, so library into turning the tables into second library is going to be huge. So Sun Showers or Phantasm, or one of these. None of these. It's one of these two. It's gonna cost me mana, it's not free, so I think the Phantasm's fine. Let's do this first. Not a great pull off the top of the deck, but whatever. Free library. Second Ring of Hell could work. Not like we have much else for damage. And we are playing a lot of cards now. That's it. And we go for our 5 cost ability and pray that this hits a good one. Ruthless Ward or Network Conspiracy. Oh, okay, Network isn't going to be good because we don't have the P gain from the upgrade. Ruthless though, could be massive. That's good. And Canned Food did end up being at least somewhat useful in the end. Taking like 30 damage though. We have a lot of buffs right now though. Kaneko. Yeah, our damage is like negligible. Like turn 6, dealt 160 damage. Absolutely awful in that regard. Well, let's just do this first. Because it's already upgraded anyway. But yeah, this is looking kinda doomed. I should have played the rest of the cards because I have fucking Ring of Hell. Okay, Lombo. So yeah. This is going to shit extremely quickly. Library. I just need Radiance, thankfully. Transient Faith. Is this what saves us? Two free spell cards. Kaneko doesn't have the ultimate, right? Not yet. Still, that is like 8 firepower off the Sparkler. That looks like our solution here. Yeah. Let's do it. Transient Faith. Double card. Gain some block above the Sparkler. And I want to keep Kaneko because she is damage. Wouldn't be bad to use her for the active now, but this is 40, so I'm taking 20. And the Grace is going to be useless on the accurate attacks. Fuck it, fine. My damage is suffering so much though. And my deck as well. Well, I have a war now, but in general. Lightning Laser. So Grace would be kinda useless because we're only gonna have one left over for later. But hopefully this gives us like firepower, I guess. Is it better not to even use it? Just go laser, defense, and shoot? I think it is, yeah. thank fuck for ward, honestly. Second canned food. Let's see what we brought. We might actually enter charge sometime soon. Let's go and do this. So I stop taking cheap damage for free. And see what we get. Garbage. Complete garbage. I guess I'll take a rocket room. We could enter burst now, actually, which would be kind of useless. Rune gives me 1 grace for later is the biggest thing here. My Alioth. I don't want to get rid of these. I want the Orthodox at the very least. This is free though. I guess I'll take Improv. None of these is good. I guess this guarantees me the Moonlight Lake, whatever. Wait, what? Oh, I'm pyramided. God damn it. I guess this is actually a good thing to do then. So I get to remove the one I don't want, keep these two. Because this is actually huge damage now. And just gain power, I guess. Oh, and firepower actually. And ring of all damage now that I think of it. Okay, so this isn't impossible, but it's getting closer and closer to it. Okay, so this is pretty good at least. Leyline and Gahe, they're not useful. I need to block at this point or otherwise I'm just dead. That is not block. I'm probably dead. Can't play any of these. This is like 47 HP. This is way too much damage. Like maybe Ring of Hell saves me, I don't know. I don't think so. Nope, I'm dead. Well, that was quite a frustrating run. At the very least we did get to say it though, so I'm happy enough with this. But yeah, we started out okay, and then it just went into a pile of cards with no real synergy. I think I did. Oh god. The second too big to fail is just actually so atrocious. Well, the consequences of my actions. It was still satisfying at points with the ritual into turning tables. It did showcase Sanae decently, I hope at least. And we got to Sage, so I'm happy enough with this. We did see Kaneko on the card I was looking for too, so yep, that was okay. I'm gonna show off Suiko on the collection now. If you just wanted the gameplay, that's done. So you can leave the video now, but I do want to see. It was like black, blue, and green, I feel like. What the hell? Oh, it's just black, green. Never mind. Yeah, this is it. Suiko while it's out lover. The plus adds the dark residues to the draw pile. Obviously, this is a negative. It's just this is the way she gains unity. Because, you know, her minus is random ability to the random uncommon ability to the hand that costs 0, and it's an active. It's not an ultimate. So you do get dark residues, but you can also use Suiko to just scale forever, basically. The upgrade gives it like +5 and reduces the cost. So yeah, this is basically like infinite scaling over time. And the pentacle upgraded. It's kind of insane. It's definitely worth the massive cost to look for it. But yeah, it didn't come. We found it once and I wasted it. But oh well. I think the run was still fine. I'm happy with how it went mostly. I made some mistakes, got punished for it, but it was entertaining enough. So yeah, that's about it for the run. Oh, by the way, I do want to check something, just as an example. Yeah, basically, if we filter neutral for like 2 colors, this is 96, 102, stuff like that. However, Sanae is 128, so less than I thought actually. But still, quite a lot. Because the multicolors don't show up like multiple times. But yeah, she does have quite a lot of cards she can see on neutral, which does dilute her pool a little bit. But that's also why the pool is like 78 cards big, I guess. Like 70 on Turno, 68, 68, 71. So yeah, her card pool is at least a little big. So at least that compensates a bit. So that was it for Sanae. Possibly I'll do like another run of each of the 3 modern characters I did. Not 100% sure yet. I did do it for the original and the last modded character trio, but I'll see what to do later. Well, next video, however, is likely just going to be Seed of the Week. We didn't do one last week, but we do have one this week, so yeah. It's gonna be a modded character Seed of the Week. So yeah, if you're interested, look forward to that. As for now, this has been it for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you're looking forward to the next one. Have a good day, and bye bye.